Hi everybody, so today I wanted to share with you the first books I ever wrote, the Elly Belly books. We have the Elly Belly story, and then the Elly Belly book, A Christmas Book, books 0 through 4. So I wrote these when I was just about 7 years old, so not very long after I was able to even read. So basically I just use this as an example to go show, mainly for me, that I've just always wanted to be a writer. I remember making these stories or these little books, and I had a really good time making these, and I've been writing little stories here and there ever since then, until I was able to finish my first full-length novel, which should be published in January of next year, so January 2026. But I just wanted to share a little bit more about these books and show what they are. So obviously you can tell that I colored these completely on my own. So I did write and illustrate these books. This is the Elly Belly story, a real story because it is the main character. Obviously I just took from my youngest sister. Her name is Elly, and as a little nickname we just called her Elly Belly. So as you can see, this is the first page. It says the Elly Belly story, and then this is the first page. It says Elly likes to crawl up the stairs. So it was very simple books. This one I took a lot of time on actually coloring the entire page. I don't know how long this took me. I just remember being in our little craft room at our little yellow banana table, just by myself, completely coloring the entire page. I don't know why I decided to do that, but that is what I did. So Elly likes to crawl. She crawls all over the place. Elly likes to eat food. She also did enjoy throwing her food on the ground, so I did depict that in this picture. And then we have Elly puts stuff in her mouth, as a baby does. So I think Elly was probably about 6 months old when I was writing these books, so I just obviously took what I was seeing and wrote it down. Elly can say mama and dada. Yeah, so that's Elly saying those two words. Obviously these drawings are very great. And then we love Elly, and then it's me, my dad, and Elly. I don't know why those are the only people I decided to show, because at that point our family consisted of 6 people and I only depicted 3. Who knows? The end. So that is the entirety of the Elly Belly book. Full pages, stapled and everything, and fully colored. Every page is fully colored, except I guess this page is not all the way colored, but every page is very well designed. I think it could be a very good children's book if I ever cared enough, but obviously it would need more to it. And then we have the Elly Belly book number 0. I don't know why I started at number 0, but we have number 0 through 4. This is a Christmas book, so that's how I know I was almost 7, because my birthday is shortly after Christmas. So a Christmas book by Abigail Jenkins. I remember this one. It was 5 days till Christmas. Page 1. Page 2. It was 4 days till Christmas. Oh, that's the MCX store on base, because this time we were living in Japan on a military base. It was now 3 days till Christmas. This is a food store, I guess. It was 2 days till Christmas. Yeah, I will say that this is the entirety of this book, counting down. It was 1 day till Christmas. You can see the literary genius in these works showing very early. It was Christmas now. Yay! So that's book 0, a countdown to Christmas. Could be the subtitle, but it was just a Christmas book. So then we have the Elly Belly book number 1. also a Christmas book. So we have 5 Christmas books, numbers 0 through 4. So this is another Christmas book by Abigail Jenkins. And this is where we start to see Elly's full nickname, which was Elly Belly Boozy Boo. So we have Elly Belly Boozy Boo. What did you get today on Christmas? I see now what it says. Looks like she got a ball and blocks, because it's labeled as such. Oh, good night, Elly Belly Boozy Boo. You can see I spelled boozy as bossy. I don't know how you would spell it for a nickname anyways, but there's also her ball and blocks again. So, next page, good morning, Elly Belly Boozy Boo. Naturally, as you can see, the storytelling is very well done. It is daytime. Oh, it is day. It's time for play. There's her ball and her blocks again. It is night. It is not time for play. It is time for rest. There's her in her little crib. Very beautiful. And then, it is day. Not time for sleep. It is time for play. And that's it. That's the entirety of the first book. Now we shall move on to the second book. This is where you start to see another important character in the series be introduced. This was Elly's little toy bear, I think it was. I can't really remember like what animal it was. But it was her favorite. Sadly, I've asked her about it. She does not remember it. And when I tell my mom about it, she does not remember it either. So sometimes I wonder if I'm insane for remembering this toy stuffed animal. But it's in my stories. So it must have existed. Anyway, the Elly Belly book number 2. One day, Elly and her friend, see that's her friend, went out to pick out a tree. It was hard to choose, naturally. But they found a tree. I love watching kids try to, this was myself, but I think it's very interesting seeing kids' spellings of words, especially because English, it's impossible to spell things. So found, I spelled it as F-A-W-N-D. Then they went home and decorated. So cute. And soon it was done. And the next morning was Christmas. Oh, that's cute. The Elly Belly book number 3, a Christmas book by Abigail Jenkins. Again. There was a big, very big present under the tree. Oh, and this is Elly thinking what it could be. It might be a car, a dollhouse, with it spelled with a B, or tree. Oh, what could it be? Sorry, it's very difficult. I can't really tell what it's saying, but I think that's what it's saying. And then it could be a car, a house, a bow, or a tree. Then Elly went out to play. Of course, a lot of playing going on in these stories. Then Elly went home and saw her tree. Then she saw the big present, spelled with I's and not E's. Oh, and then she was sleeping. So, I'm not really certain if these are all one story spread out across multiple books, or if they're technically little stories in a series, because they don't seem to have very much of a beginning, middle, or end. It's just like, this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, and no, that's it. But, as you can see, I was very interested in trying to write a story. So, the Elly Belly book number 4. This is the 4th, technically 5th, and final book of the Elly Belly series. So book 4, Christmas book. It was Christmas Eve. Elly and her family were busy. So you can see I spelled busy the proper way. B-I-Z-Y. Here's a box of toys. To Abby box of toys. So I gifted myself a large box of toys in my story. Because this story is about Elly, but I have the big box of toys. So that's fun. Then it was Christmas. As you can see, I had a little bit of trouble spelling that word, but my beautiful depiction of a tree makes up for it. She got lots of boxes. Because boxes are the best present, in case you didn't know. It was fun. There's Elly saying fun. The end. That's all of them. So, those are the first books I ever wrote. As you can see, as hopefully you will see when my book comes out, my skills have very much improved. At least I would say so. Unfortunately, I'm better at spelling, so my spelling isn't as off. Also, I don't draw my own pictures anymore. I have my sister. This is the proof copy of my book coming in January. I have my sister draw the cover because she is an artist and I can't really draw. So I had her digitally draw this picture. So just a slight improvement from the Elly Belly books. But also I did do these when I was 7. So those are the first books I ever wrote. And now, about 10 years later or a decade later, I am soon to have my first full-length novel out. As soon as it's published in January, it will be available to anyone who wants it, and I can't wait till it's out there because I have always been wanting to be a writer. So those were the first books I ever wrote. Thank you for watching.